Good afternoon. You're welcome to this live question and answer session. Please let me know you are hearing me by typing hi. If you are hearing me on this call, just send a hi in the message box, the chat box, I will try to wait for a while, maybe like 2 or 3 minutes for more people to join. I expect this session to be very, very brief, since we're going straight to answer questions, take questions and answer them. So let's say 5 more minutes for people to join. But once we start in 10 or 15 minutes, we should be done. So this is 12:05. So by 10:05, we'll come on. And then once it's 10:25 thereabouts, we'll call it quits on this session. Thank you very much. Okay, sorry, something just came to mind now. I feel while we are waiting for others to join, simply type your question in the chat message box. Just type, keep your questions coming on the chat box so that once they start, we'll go straight to addressing those questions. And then we'll make it very brief. Thank you. Okay, all right. Good afternoon once more. I only have one question here. Maybe after I finish addressing this same question, we can also take questions through our contributions. Maybe for those who could not type, you can unmute and then ask your question. Stephen Patrick, the question is, I was only able to get the certificate for motivated teacher and environment enabler. What about the certificate for the gender diversity and inclusion? All right, let me share my screen to answer that question. Okay, all right, my screen is on now. So I believe my screen is live. So Mr. Steven was asking that how about the certificate for gender equality and disability inclusion, which is a common pathway into the course that he has done for motivated teacher and he has done for environment enabler and has gotten those two certificates. What about the certificate for the first course? Now the thing is, the first course is known as the common pathway that everyone on this program must go through. If you want to learn about gender and disability inclusion, the first one to do is that gender equality and disability as the common pathway. There is no certificate for completing this common pathway. Certificate is only available when you complete the common pathway and any of the three pathways. And if you're able to complete the three pathways, you have 3 certificates. Notice I said 3 certificates, not 4. And if you complete only one out of the 3 pathways, you have 1 certificate. If you complete 2, just as Mr. Steven has done, you will get 2. If you have completed the 3 pathways, you will get 3 certificates. So if you run through the whole program, you are having 3 certificates, not 4. Meanwhile, the entrance point is the gender equality and disability inclusion. And of course, there's no certificate for completing that, but it is the entrance, the route. And of course, you can't even complete any of the pathways except you have done justice to the common base pathway, which is the gender equality and disability inclusion first before you can proceed to the other pathways. I think that answers your question, Mr. Steven Patrick. Do you have other questions in the chat box? Let me check. There are no more questions in the chat box. Can we have people unmute themselves to ask questions? Ideally, today is meant to be the end of this program for those who started 2 weeks ago. Yes, my question is answered. Thank you very much for acknowledging that. Do you have other questions? Can people unmute themselves and ask questions? What are the prospects of the training? Now, the prospects of the training, I believe, what next? That is what you are talking about. Now, this is a free platform I've given you to train on this path. So a whole lot of opportunities may come for you within and outside of our zone here. And of course, you know all about life is opportunity. If there arises a situation today now that, okay, they need someone that has a training on so and so that relates to this and this, of course, you know you're already covered as regards this. And of course, as we mentioned 2 weeks ago, the communication platform, which is the WhatsApp group we have established, normally we leave it open even after we are done with this cohort, so that if there are other chances and opportunities, of course, for completing this course, you're already on our alumni database. Of course, we are a training center and we have alumni database. Everyone that trained here is automatically on our database. So if there are chances, if there are opportunities, we still keep them updated. Yes, we keep them updated. We run training partnerships. We run a lot of collaborations. At some point last year, I think there was a collaboration that came up, and we did a day training for free in 3 areas: animation and all of that. We did it was a day training. So we opened the opportunity to our alumni students and to the general public, and they were able to utilize the opportunity by enrolling free. And of course, from time to time, we can also put our updates there of trainings, upcoming trainings, either sponsored or paid trainings, and of course, trainings that are discounted for people who are on our alumni list and stuff like that. So I think for now, this is what I can tell you on the prospect for everyone who is on our list as an alumni. I believe that answers your question, Mr. Steven, again. Okay, I have another question here, Mr. Okulu O N or Mrs. Sorry, I don't know your gender. Please, is there an update course for the gender and inclusion course that will help one get certificates on this course? Of course, the whole thing we are doing is on gender and disability inclusion now. So if you have completed this, of course, you already have your certificate. You have a certificate that qualifies you for anything that relates to that. So these are actually a certification program for gender and disability. I was in one program last November, and a course like this was announced to train people in, I think, in Ibadan and Abuja for this year. And the presenter in that program announced that the opening was going to be a physical training for 2 weeks. And the cost of the training is going to be 250,000 or so. Of course, it's still on gender and disability inclusion, and the pricing of the course was 250,000 for 2 weeks, though physical training in Ibadan and Abuja. So that's also a certification program, but it's paid for. That we are doing here now is also a certification program, and it's being presented to you on a scholarship base. So I think that answers your question. We have other questions again, or can we have people unmute themselves and ask questions? We already have spent 10 minutes already on this Q&A session. Let me use the remaining minutes that we have, if there are no questions, to address the general questions that has come to my inbox, that has come to me directly since this program started. Now, it borders around certificates and how to access certificates. So I'll show that also right now. Certificates and how to access our certificates. Just as I mentioned earlier, 2 weeks ago, while we're onboarding, your certificate is always ready on your profile the moment you are done. In some cases, once all the requirements are met, you have done your test and you have met the requirement, automatically the certificate gets popped up for you on your device. But in case that doesn't happen, there is a protocol that you use to see your certificate based on the programs you have completed. So once you log in, of course, you must have created your account on this portal. And then once you log in, you have to log in with that same account and complete your course, right? So once that is done, you have done the common-based pathway, and you have done any of the profile-based pathway. You will come to the same portal and log in with the same account, not with any other new account. It has to be the same account. So when that is done, of course, it will reflect and capture your name having logged in. As it is now, it's capturing my name directly somewhere here, the top round corner of my device here. So it shows that I'm logged in, and then you will go to your certificates. You go to, on the same profile, you will have where to have, you will see your certificate. I think I've passed that process already, but then once you click your profile, you see my certificate, the same way you see it here. So once you click on certificate, you discover that since you have met all the requirements, you have completed the common pathway, the common-based pathway with an average score of 70%, I think, and then a profile-based pathway with an average of 60%, then your certificate will be ready. For me, I completed the 3 pathways as at the time I was taking this course, and that's why I have 3 certificates bearing my name. The first is for motivated teacher, the second is for role model, and the third is for environment enabler. So that's the general question that has come to my DM over these 2 weeks that I've been on this program. So if you have satisfied all the requirements on this program, this is how to download your certificate. So I think that answers the questions around certificates and on how to download them. For those who could not make it to this session, this Q&A session is still going to be made available on our YouTube channel. So we can always go there to refresh our minds on 1 or 2 questions that have been handled here. So in the absence of questions, I think we need to round up now. Officially, we are meant to have finished. Okay. Mr. Rahim Yusuf Olatunji, okay, you are raising your hand.
Hello, okay. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Can you hear me, Master?
Yes, I can hear you.
Please, my question is this. I don't know if you have attended to that question before, but because I was having network problem. So my question is this. I'm currently on the I'm through with the motivated teacher. Now on the environment enabler. Now, so now that we are ending the program today, is it mean that we will no longer have access to the course on the portal?
Yes, officially that's what it's meant to be. But since you are coming up with this question, I think we'll have to still leave it open, because on that WhatsApp group, I discovered that even as at 3 days ago, because as at the time we onboarded 2 weeks ago, we sent mails, we sent SMS. So it could be that some could not access that SMS on time, they couldn't access the email on time. So that's the reason why some are still joining the program. That even as at 2 weeks ago, I'm sorry, as at 2 or 3 days ago, some still joined. So because of that, we're still going to leave the portal open for them to complete. We understand that people have different schedules, and some may like to use the weekend opportunity to be able to go to this. So we're still going to leave it open. Meanwhile, further communication should still be made on that WhatsApp group. I think that answers your question. I think that answers your question. So the portal will still be left open. Then further announcements about when to get the whole thing closed will be passed on the group. Sorry, I think there's network downtime there. I can barely hear you. You are trying to speak up, Mr. Rahim.
Hello. Hello, sir.
Okay, I can hear you. I think there's network there. Or can you quickly send that message on the message box, on the chat box? I think it would be easier to, since the network is not being fair at that point. Mr. Rahim, I can't hear you. I think we need to end this
Can you hear
session.
me now, sir?
Okay,
Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, I can hear you.
I was saying that we will appreciate if the ACCI can help us with few more days so that to enable us to complete the courses. We'll appreciate. Yes. We appreciate your support. God bless you.
That's exactly what I've told you. So
all right, very good.
Yes, we're still going to leave it open, but further communication and announcement will be done on that WhatsApp group, and I believe every person here belongs to the WhatsApp group. So this session has the video recorded. I'm still going to send the link there so that the essence of this session is to make sure that we holistically address all the rising questions, because many questions have come to my DM over the weeks, and of course I can't be addressing each of the questions one after another. So I believe everyone was supposed to come up here to ask the questions, then we address it, and from that questions, others will now have all their own questions answered. So I think that's exactly what we have decided to achieve in these 30 minutes. Thank you very much for your time. We hope to keep the communication line open on the WhatsApp group. And once you are done, please don't go off the WhatsApp group, because there are further updates that could be posted there even years and months after the end of this program. Thank you very much. My name is Solomon from Abuja Chamber of Commerce and Industry Business Entrepreneurship Skills and Technology Center. Have a nice weekend. Thank you. Bye.